Now we all love Smash Bros, don't we? Having a bit of a smash with the bros, always a bit of fun. And so is playing Ultimate actually. It's a fun game, it's a popular game. It's also a fighting game, so it's a competitive game at its very core. And I mean seriously competitive. People make a living off winning tournaments in this game. People have dedicated their lives to mastering this game, and it's won the hearts of millions and millions of players, resulting in one of the worst communities I've ever seen, but that's a topic for another day. What I'm trying to say is that when you watch people playing this game competitively at high level, it looks insane. It looks like so much hard work goes into playing the game well, and that it's pretty difficult to get good at the game. But what if I told you that it's not as difficult as it seems? As someone who has played the game since it came out, I'm pretty familiar with it, and with my experience in the game, I'm confident I can give you some tips and tricks that will help you achieve mastery. So get some pen and paper and get ready to take notes. Today I'm going to teach you how to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Before you get started playing the game, you're going to need to figure out which controller you want to use. There are plenty of options. Most competitive Smash players will opt for the GameCube controller, for reasons I cannot explain to you today. Mainly because I don't know why you would go for a fucking GameCube controller over anything else, since pretty much every other game on the Switch is not designed to be played with a GameCube controller. So, what are your other options? Well, the second most popular option is the Pro Controller, but compared to the other options, it's a pretty bulky controller. It's heavier in your hands. You could opt for using both Joy-Cons, but there is a good chance that one or both of them will become loose and fall out of the grip. Instead, I'd recommend the single Joy-Con. It has a handful of benefits without the drawbacks of the other controllers. It's very light, so it's easy to carry and transport. It can be used in every game on the Switch. It has fully functioning motion controls and is compatible with Switch accessories like Ring Fit Adventure's Ring-Con. It comes in a variety of different colors, and the biggest benefit is that the Joy-Con's small size means that all the buttons are really close to each other. This means you don't have to move your fingers as far when you want to press a button, which definitely means faster reaction time. Plus, there are fewer buttons on the Joy-Con than the other controllers, so there's a lower chance that you'll accidentally do the wrong input. Now that you've got your controller sorted, you can get playing. You're probably thinking that you should pick what's called a main. What a lot of competitive players do is dedicate all their time to mastering one character, out of the 80 plus in the game. Occasionally you'll come across a player who's mastered 2 characters, but most often people play 1. So you're probably thinking, well, that means I need to pick a character and stick with that character until the end of time. Wrong! In an ideal world, you would have mastered every character in the game. That way you'll be prepared for any situation and you can genuinely say that you main the random button. But it's a big ask, focusing your attention on over 80 characters at once, so I recommend starting with maining at least 5 characters. The more characters the better, but 5 is the minimum. And here I'm going to suggest 5 characters you should play to get your Smash Ultimate rhythm going. The first character I'm going to suggest is Min Min. There are many advantages to playing Min Min. For instance, Min Min starts with the letter M for Monday. So if you're playing Smash on a Monday, Min Min will really get you in the zone. The main appeal of Min Min though is her most unique move, the one that defines her character, the down tilt. No other character has a down tilt like Min Min. It's not only an attack, but it also moves Min Min forward, so you can constantly be attacking and moving at all times. And did you know that Min Min has an infinite combo using down tilt? Definitely a great choice when you're just starting out. My second suggestion is Pac-Man. Pac-Man is quite a complicated character to play well, but playing Pac-Man is actually really good for you. Pac-Man's neutral special allows him to produce various types of fruit, including oranges, strawberries, and keys, all of which are healthy foods that are healthy. They'll help you keep a balanced diet. A healthy body is a healthy mind, and a healthy mind is a healthy body, which means you'll always do well. Remember to always eat your greens. Then you're going to want to play Pokemon Trainer, but only Squirtle. You cannot play Ivysaur or Blaziken at any point. It will mess with the strategy here. The reason Squirtle is key is because he's able to spray water. By shooting water, you'll get the opponent wet, and that will really piss them off. Like, it will really annoy them. I mean, would you be happy if you were in a fight and your opponent spat on you? No, you'd be furious. The same applies here. It's a great psychological tactic. Playing the mental game will really help you get the edge over your opponent. Roy is the next character you're going to want to pick up. Roy is very, very good, mainly because of the nature of his sword. Roy's sword is the inverse of Marth's sword, which is famously stronger at the tip. Roy's sword is weak at the tip, but stronger at the shaft. Roy is able to use the tip to get a few quick taps in to pull off some cool combos and finish them off with a meaty blow from the shaft. And it doesn't take an expert to tell that his shaft hits hard. And looking at all his fiery moves, he really knows how to turn up the heat and keep the pace of the match high. My last suggestion to you is Ice Climbers. I mean, it's a no-brainer. There are 2 of them. It's a 2 versus 1. You literally have double the number of fighters as your opponent. There's no way you're not going to be able to win. Right, so you've sorted out your controller and which characters you're going to start off playing. So all that's left is to dive on in and play the game. But before I release you into the wild of Smash Ultimate, I'll just give you a few gameplay tips and pointers to help give you an advantage. Tip number 1. Shield at all times. When you're not attacking your opponent, you are vulnerable to taking damage, so make sure you're constantly shielding to protect yourself. Tip B. Never grab. Just never do it. When you grab your opponent, you pretty much have to throw them. That moves your opponent further away from you, making it harder to do any damage. If you accidentally grab someone, do not throw. They'll be released from your grab eventually and they'll stay relatively close. Tip number 2. Always roll towards your opponent. Rolling is actually faster than running, so you'll get to them quicker. Tip number 4. Stay on stage at all times. Being off the stage is dangerous as you could lose your stock. If you find yourself off stage, it's important to return to stage as quickly as possible. I find that plummeting to the bottom of the screen and respawning is actually faster than trying to recover, so it's the most effective method of getting back to the stage. And finally, tip B. Only play online. Never play anywhere but online. That way, if you lose, you can blame it on Smash Ultimate's online mode being shit, instead of your own incompetence. And there you have it. Hopefully you've learned something from all this, and hopefully you'll be on your way to becoming, at the very least, the best Smash Ultimate player in the universe and beyond. I hope you have a great time smashing your bros.